Ever wonder how we got the brilliant white light in our phones, TVs, and light bulbs? It's a story of a decades-long, seemingly impossible quest for one color, blue. Let's travel back to the 1960s. Scientists had already cracked the code for red and green LEDs. They were small, efficient, and everyone knew that if you could just add blue to the mix, you could create pure white light. Simple, right? Red plus green plus blue equals white. But for over 30 years, the blue LED remained the holy grail of electronics, a puzzle that stumped the brightest minds in the world. So what was the big problem? It all came down to the material. For red and green LEDs, scientists used materials like gallium arsenide phosphide. But to get the high-energy photons needed for blue light, they had to turn to something much more difficult, a crystal called gallium nitride, or GaN for short. The problem was, nobody could figure out how to grow a high-quality GaN crystal. It was like trying to build a perfect skyscraper on a foundation of sand. The atoms just wouldn't line up correctly, leading to cracks and defects that killed any chance of producing light. For years, attempting to grow perfect gallium nitride crystals was seen as a fool's errand. The scientific community was so skeptical that many top researchers abandoned the field altogether, declaring it a dead end. Funding dried up, and major corporations moved on to other projects. The blue LED seemed destined to remain a fantasy, but a few stubborn pioneers refused to give up. In Japan, a team led by Professor Isamu Akasaki at Nagoya University was determined to solve the puzzle. Working alongside him was a young, tenacious student named Hiroshi Amano. They decided to try a different approach. Instead of the usual silicon or gallium arsenide, they tried growing their gallium nitride crystals on a sapphire substrate. It was a long shot, but they were running out of options. For years, they toiled away, experimenting with different temperatures and pressures. Their lab equipment was often homemade, cobbled together on a shoestring budget. They faced failure after failure, but they persisted. Finally, in 1986, they had a breakthrough. They discovered that by adding a thin buffer layer of aluminum nitride before growing the main crystal, they could dramatically improve its quality. It was the first major step towards a viable blue LED, a crack of light in the darkness. But growing a good crystal was only half the battle. To make an LED, you need two types of semiconductor material, N-type, which has an excess of electrons, and P-type, which has a deficit of electrons, or holes. Creating N-type gallium nitride was relatively straightforward, but P-type, that was another mountain to climb. Researchers tried injecting different elements into the gallium nitride crystal to create these holes, but nothing worked. The material stubbornly resisted becoming P-type. Akasaki and Amano spent years on this problem. Then, in 1989, came another stroke of serendipity. While examining a sample of magnesium-doped GaN under a scanning electron microscope, Amano noticed something strange. The area hit by the electron beam was glowing more brightly and showing P-type characteristics. They realized the electron beam was somehow activating the magnesium and creating the P-type material they needed. This accidental discovery was the key. They had finally created the world's first p-n junction in gallium nitride, the fundamental component of an LED. They had proven it was possible. Meanwhile, another brilliant and famously defiant scientist named Shuji Nakamura was working at a small chemical company called Nikkei Corporation. Nikkei was not a major electronics firm, and Nakamura was largely working on his own, often against the direct orders of his superiors who saw his research as a waste of company resources. Nakamura was a master of crystal growth, and he took Akasaki and Amano's work to the next level. He wasn't satisfied with just making a weak P-type material. He wanted something brighter, something commercially viable. Instead of using an electron beam, which wasn't practical for mass production, Nakamura figured out that simply heating the magnesium-doped GaN in a nitrogen atmosphere could achieve the same activation effect. It was a simpler, more elegant solution. With this final piece of the puzzle in place, the race was on. In 1993, Shuji Nakamura unveiled his creation, a stunningly bright, high-efficiency blue LED. It was a monumental achievement that sent shockwaves through the scientific and industrial worlds. The impossible had been made possible. The light was so bright it was almost dazzling, far surpassing anything that had come before. Within a few short years, these new blue LEDs were being combined with red and green ones, or coated with a yellow phosphor, to create the Holy Grail: cheap, efficient, and long-lasting white light. This wasn't just a minor improvement, it was a revolution. The invention of the blue LED paved the way for the vibrant, full-color LED displays on our smartphones, laptops, and giant billboards. It led to Blu-ray players, which use a blue laser to read more densely packed data on a disc. And most importantly, it transformed lighting. The new white LED lights were up to 20 times more efficient than traditional incandescent bulbs and lasted for decades. This single invention has had a massive impact on global energy consumption, saving terawatts of electricity and significantly reducing our carbon footprint. It has brought light to off-grid communities around the world, improving education, safety, and quality of life for millions. It's a technology that is quite literally illuminating the planet. For their incredible perseverance and groundbreaking work, Isamu Akasaki, Hiroshi Amano, and Shuji Nakamura were awarded the 2014 Nobel Prize in Physics. The Nobel Committee praised their invention for its greatest benefit to mankind, a technology that promised a brighter, more sustainable future for everyone. The story of the blue LED is a powerful reminder of the importance of persistence, curiosity, and sometimes, just plain stubbornness. It is a testament to the scientists who dared to work on a problem that everyone else said was impossible. They faced skepticism, budget cuts, and countless technical failures, but they never lost faith. Their 30-year quest didn't just give us a new color of light. It changed how we see and interact with the world. From the screen you are watching this on right now to the lights that will guide you home tonight, the legacy of their work is all around us, shining brightly. It shows that sometimes the most revolutionary ideas are the ones that spend the longest time in the dark. Thanks for watching this journey into the story of the blue LED. If you found this illuminating, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the science that shapes our world. Let us know in the comments what other inventions you'd like to learn about. See you in the next video.